What's up guys, Paramoto here. How are you guys doing today? Today I am doing amazing. Today we are in downtown Raleigh and I want to talk about the top 5 things that I love about my Ducati. Top 5 things I love about my Ducati. I'll be honest with you, that's a hard list because there's a bunch of things that I love about this Ducati. So I'm gonna have to say the first thing that I love about my Ducati is the fact that these bikes come complete. Yes, you can do just about any upgrade and mod to this bike that you possibly could ever dream of. You can mod this bike until your heart is content. But the fact of the matter is that this bike comes complete. It sounds good, it looks good. You really need no other junk when you buy this bike off the showroom floor. I know I have owned these bikes, I know you guys have too, where like the bike comes with like an exhaust by Dyson, like you turn it on and it doesn't even sound like it's on. Like is it on yet? Like what's going on with this? Did it turn on? I don't really know. Then you have like things like license plate holders and stuff. And I'll be honest with you, license plate holders are always kind of like an afterthought. And it doesn't matter which manufacturer you go to, they are typically an afterthought. But then you can like do something like pull a Yamaha, and like Yamaha, like their like license plate brackets look like, you know, a child put it together with their erector set. And like, what's the deal with their turn signals? Those bulbs are like this big. Like what is that? What is that? If I bought a stock Yamaha, I would almost rather take a suction cup dildo and smack it onto my gas tank and ride around like that than leave one of those ridiculously bulbous turn signals on there. They're stupid looking. They're really stupid looking. But the fact of the matter is, Ducatis come complete. When you buy a motorcycle and it comes complete, that's really a special quality. Most motorcycles do not come like that anymore. Typically motorcyclists are known for tearing things apart and making them our own. But at the same point, you don't really have to with the Ducati. You can, and there's all the mods in the world to do so, but you're not forced to do something off the bat. The number 2 thing that I absolutely love about my Ducati is the fit and finish. The fit and finish of a Ducati is literally second to none. Like, this bike is literally 2.5 years old. There's not a single swirl mark. There's not a single scratch. All the panels and everything else fit exquisitely. Everything is where it should be. When you look at the fine details of this motorcycle, you can just you don't really notice any mistakes. Like, there's nothing that happened on this motorcycle that is by chance. Everything is deliberate and it just looks exquisite. Going along with fit and finish, everything on this bike after 2.5 years still feels brand new. The grips still feel brand new. The buttons and the switches, they still have positive clunks into place. You know, every Honda that I ever had, and to be honest with you, every single Japanese bike I ever had, all the buttons mush out eventually. Eventually it's just, you don't know like where things are. There's like no positive, there's no positive clunks. There's no friction anymore in them, and it's just like, it kind of leaves you wanting. It just, makes it just feel crappy, to be totally honest with you. Truly, the fact of the matter is, once your buttons mush out and like your grips start wearing out and things start looking old, you end up not being excited about your motorcycle anymore. And to be totally honest with you, I'm still very excited about this motorcycle. So if you guys love Ducati the way that I love Ducati, then this one almost goes without saying. They stand out. If you're ever like walking down the sidewalk one day and you're just like, oh, what is that beautiful noise and where is that coming from? And then you have to like literally stop in your tracks to try to get a glimpse of the machine that's producing that noise, you're probably looking at a Ducati. On the topic of standing out, if you park a Ducati in another row of just like top of the line superbikes, it's almost like playing Duck Duck Goose. It's like one of these is not like the other. they stand out. It'll be the best looking bike in that lineup. If I took a Panigale V4 and parked it next to an R1, parked it next to a BMW S1000RR, put it next to a Ninja 1000, guess what? That V4 is going to be the thing that stands out and generates the most attention, because they are truly stunning machines to behold in the wild. So enough of me talking, how about we hear from a brand new Ducati owner?
Hello, my name's Cameron Sims, and I'd like to thank Paramoto 959 for the opportunity to discuss my two favorite things about the 2020 Ducati Panigale V2. First, we'd have to start with the seat. On the 959, the seat was much more rigid and hard. I find it much more comfortable with this year's gel seat, much more comfortable. My other favorite feature is the trickle-down effect from the V4. All of the electronics, the traction control, wheelie control, slide control, trickle down to the V2, making, in my opinion, it one of the safest bikes on the street. I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, Paramoto, and you guys have a good day and enjoy the ride.
So the final thing that I want to talk about that I love about my Ducati is almost going to sound like a rip on Ducati at first. I love how clunky these bikes are at low RPMs. If you ever try to take a Ducati and like keep it way down in the RPMs, you know, like I'm in 6th gear going about 50, it's clunky, it's clattery, it doesn't like it, it hates it in fact. This Ducati was made to go fast. It's almost like an SR-71 Blackbird spy plane. Literally the coolest of the cool thing that has ever had wings. And literally that thing would leak oil. It would be a crappy piece of machinery on the ground, but once you got it up in the air, it was a different story. That's the same thing with these Ducatis. They want to go fast. They were engineered to go fast. They were engineered to turn in and rip that throttle and just have a blast. And that's the final thing about my Ducati that I want to talk about today. So guys, if you guys like the video, you want to see more videos like this, you want to support the channel, please make sure to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button down below. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Deuces.